Good evening, Postal family. What's going on? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing this Sunday evening? Well, we're in the waiting time right now. He's given us the date for interest arbitration to begin on 17th, which is, I think, a week and a day away. I believe St. Patrick's Day. So, in the meanwhile, I just had a article about interest arbitration and NALC. Just want to go over that a little bit more details to clarify what we're getting into. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks so much for all my supporters. I can't thank you guys enough. Keep giving the channel the thumbs up. Helps out tremendously. Thanks for the wonderful comments. I love reading everybody's comments, what you're going through, what you advice, all the advice you all give me. Thank you, and your opinions as far as what's going on. Thanks so much for everything you all do for me. And hope everybody's well. There was another incident where another postal mail carrier lost his life up in Seattle. That's a separate video I want to get into, but condolences to his family, first of all. Sad situation when another coworker got into an argument, seemingly like before, and he happened to have a gun with him, so took his life. I don't know the exact details yet. These are just the basic facts. Like I said, I'll get into that video again later on. Let's get into today's topic, arbitration, a little bit more details, further timeline and everything. So let's get into that. So National Association of Letter Carriers, NALC, and the USPS engage in interest arbitration when they reach an impasse in negotiating a new national agreement. Here's a breakdown of the process. Purpose: interest arbitration is a process used to determine the terms and conditions of a new collective bargaining agreement. When the parties involved, in this case the NALC and USPS, cannot reach a voluntary agreement through negotiations. It serves as an alternative to strikes or lockouts. The arbitration panel. A key component is the formation of a 3-person arbitration panel. This panel consists of neutral arbitrator, who serves as the chair. In the current situation, arbitrator Dennis R. Nolan has been selected. A representative appointed by the NALC, a representative appointed by the USPS. So these are the 3 people who will be in the room. So the panel's role is to hear evidence and arguments from both sides and then render a binding decision that sets the terms of the national agreement process. The process involves presenting evidence, arguments, and testimony to the arbitration panel. Both the NALC and USPS present their positions on various issues such as wages, benefits, and working conditions. Even when the arbitration process has begun, the NALC and USPS can still continue to negotiate, and a tentative agreement can still be reached. This is the big one. A lot of questions about the time frame duration. The duration of interest arbitration can vary significantly. It depends on factors such as complexity of the issues, the amount of evidence presented, and the schedule of the arbitration panel. Therefore, it is difficult to give an exact time frame. Key points. The NALC uses this process to protect the rights and interests of city letter carriers. The current arbitration has Dennis R. Nolan as the neutral chair. Throughout the process, the NALC continues to attempt to reach a negotiated agreement. Key aspects. Purpose of interest arbitration. When the NALC cannot reach agreement, the arbitration panel 3 NALC got that already. Arbitrator Dennis Arnold. He's a highly experienced labor arbitrator. He has a long history of involvement in the NALC USPS arbitration. His experience includes serving as the neutral arbitrator in 2019 national agreement proceedings. Ongoing negotiations. Even during arbitration, the NALC and USPS can continue to negotiate, potentially reach an agreement. The process can be lengthy. The NALC provides updates on its website and through publications like the Postal Record. The interest arbitration process set to terms of the next collective bargaining agreement between the NALC and letter carriers of the USPS is scheduled to formally begin a week of 17. The NALC provides an arbitration database for members to research past arbitration awards. This resource is located within the members-only section of NALC website. The interest arbitration is inherently a time-consuming process. It involves extensive preparation, presentation of evidence, and deliberation by arbitration panel. It is important to remember that even through the arbitration process has started, the negotiations can still be ongoing, and a deal still can be reached between the NALC and USPS. The NALC and letter carriers has arbitration decisions on a variety of issues, including healthcare, layoffs, and pay. Healthcare in 2013, the NALC won an arbitration that reduced the Postal Service's share of healthcare premiums, layoffs. The NALC won an arbitration that rejected management's request to eliminate the no layoff clause for carriers with at least 6 years of service. Pay. In 2011, the NALC won an arbitration that addressed the Postal Service need for a less expensive delivery workforce. Light blue hack in 2024. Arbitrator Nolan denied the NALC's grievance that the Postal Service failed to pay employees after a cyber attack on Light Blue direct deposit scam. In 2024, the NALC filed a grievance that challenged the Postal Service refusal to reimburse employees who lost money to a direct deposit scam. The NALC has an arbitration system that includes expedited, regular, and impasse arbitration. So that's just general information about arbitration, what we're headed into. A few more details that about the time frame, as a lot of you have asked. It's a very lengthy situation. Others are saying from disappointment and just out of not even thinking. They're saying they should have voted yes on the contract. No, we shouldn't have voted yes. It's a garbage contract. We would have settled for pennies. Granted, the contract would have gone through right now the process would have been started as to getting us the back pay, whatever. And we wouldn't be in our right mind had we agreed to that. We'll be patient and wait for this arbitration process to go through. I mean, granted, the time is uncertain right now, but it's still the better deal. I'm pretty sure, hoping that we come out with something a lot better than that little pennies, chump change, tentative agreement that was sent out for us to vote on. So no, I don't agree with that idea that we should have voted yes, and we would have been all gone through this arbitration. We would have skipped everything, and the process would have been started to getting us our chump change of a pay increases and the back pay and all that good stuff. But now with the arbitration on the flip side, now we got to be more patient, wait how long it's going to take, and what kind of result we're going to get out of it. Hopefully is a lot more than we would have gotten with the tentative agreement. So I hear what you all are saying in the comments. Appreciate everything you all say. I hear where you're coming from. We wouldn't have to sit through this uncertainty now with the arbitration. So it's very good points you all make. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for everything you guys suggest in those comments. I appreciate it. Just wanted to go over this arbitration deal we're going into, and we just gotta wait now to see what happens on the 17th when the arbitration starts. And Mr. Renfro is still at it with his rallies as far as Trump and the White House trying to privatize us. He's not concentrating at all on what's at hand, the arbitration right now. But he's gotten a date. There's not much he can do right now. The arbitrator, Mr. Nolan, has given the date of the 17th. So what can Renfro possibly do to, say to his membership? So that's where we're at right now, So as soon as I have something as far as what's the next steps, or if we post something, I'll have it up posted, so information will be passed. And well, that's where we're at right now. I just wanted to make this quick detailed video about the arbitration, what we're headed into, and what we're looking at as far as how the process moves along. It can be lengthy and time, and both sides will present their cases. One representative from USPS will be in that room, one from the NALC. We don't know who that person is. A lot of people have mentioned there's going to be lawyers in there. It won't be Renfro, but my question is, those lawyers got their information, what to speak from Renfro, so it don't make a difference. Whatever that tentative agreement he has on his table, he's just going to pass it along to that representative, and that's what they're going to mention in there. It's up to the arbitrator, Mr. Nolan, to look at everything thoroughly, and then, God willing, give us a detail, very nice higher percentage of an increase than what the tentative agreement is offering. So that's where we're at. You guys stay positive. I'm always positive. Thanks so much for everybody telling me thank you for that positivity. That's all I live by, is positivity. There was one comment that said I'm negative. I don't think I've ever been negative. I try to stay as much positive as I can, but to each his own opinion. I respect that person too. I mean, I can't sit here and lie to my fellow carriers and say something good is coming. I gotta say the truth, what situation we're in right now. So if that makes me sound negative, my bad, I'm sorry. I try to stay positive as much as I can among these tough times we're facing, uncertainty with the whole White House getting involved with us now, and all that census stuff going on. Somebody had mentioned the 27th on the census issue. I don't know what that 27 means. Is that you're trying to say is that when we're gonna hear something in our separate offices about the census? I don't know. Somebody just mentioned that. I got to bring that up. So that's where we're at right now. And as soon as something new comes up, I'll pop it on there. You guys will have it firsthand, and keep you guys updated. There's not really much going on. I mean, we're in the waiting game right now, just until the 17th, which is a week away. So whatever news comes up, be glad to share it. Hope everybody's doing good on this Sunday. Back to work tomorrow. So heavy Monday. All of a sudden, this new year Mondays have gotten even more busier than the previous years. Some of you have mentioned that the same thing. So I don't know how they're doing Amazon, but the packages and everything is heavier on Mondays nowadays. So, well, the positive in that, make the hours while we have them. While we have them, God knows. Make the hours as much as we can. We're by the hour, so that's all we can do right about now. So we can go about our daily routes and do the best we can for our families. God willing, definitely we will have a better percentage of increase, better benefits out of this arbitration. I know it, and just trying to spread the positivity to you all. So stay good out there, everybody. Stay safe. Have a good Sunday, and have a good start to the new week. God bless. Saeed out.